What's up, everybody? Welcome to day 57 of NoFap. The time is 7:41 a.m. Back on schedule, but I'm tired. I am so tired. Oh man, it was hard to get up this morning. It was very difficult. I woke up at I woke up at my alarm, but I went to bed at around 1:30. So I got around 6, a little less than 6 hours of sleep. And yeah, it was very difficult to get out of bed, but I was like, if I don't get out of bed, I'm weak. That's pretty much what I was saying. It's like, if I don't get out of bed right now, I'm weak. I'm going to ruin my schedule. I'm going to ruin what I have planned for today, my daily routine. So, yeah, I got up. Plus, who cares how I'm feeling? My body, it'll catch up, It's happened before, it'll happen again. My body's going to catch up. So, honestly, this is, I think I might just do this. I think I might just eat whatever I want just for this month, and then go back to the carnivore diet. Just because I'm so tired of being tired. I'm tired of being tired. It's nice that I get to go out and eat with my friends, and I can eat whatever I want. But it also, I also hate it because of how tired I am. So, yeah, I am headed to the gym for abs and legs. It's gonna be a good one today. What is today? Today's Thursday. No, Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. So, if I'm going to, I'm really tempted to order ads because I don't want to stop testing. I don't want to stop testing because every single time I test something, I'm getting better at business. However, it's to the point where I can't afford it. Now, what I can do is I have assets, and this is risky, but I have assets in the stock market that I'm holding for long term that I can sell. So I do have money that's currently being invested in the stock market that I can take out of the stock market back into my own pocket so I can invest it in the business, which it's a risky move because these long-term holds have been doing me. I've had these long-term holds for a while, and some of them I've profited off of, some of them I have not. And I might just and I haven't profited off of them for years. So I might take them out of the stock market and into my own pocket so I can invest in the business. But keep the ones that are doing well, that I'm still profiting on. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. Maybe I should. I kind of want to leave it alone, but I kind of don't, because either way, it's both of them is an investment. One's a little bit more active, one's a little bit more passive. My passive is just the passive is just leaving it in there for long-term holds, and then the active is me using it for business. So that's the dilemma I'm in financially, because if I'm not testing, then my business is dead. But as it currently stands, I'm still trying to find a job. Nobody's reached out. Now, all the places that I've applied for has not reached out to me for an interview or anything, for an email. Nobody's emailed me anything. So I'm still on the job search to pay for my business. But that's how it is sometimes. But my plans for today are to try and figure that out. Some place is on fire. Yeah, some place is on fire right now. But yeah. Oh jeez. Okay. That hasn't happened ever. I don't think. At least not on my vlogs. Anyway, where was I? That totally messed up my thoughts. What was I gonna say? Oh, right, my plans for today. My plans for today are to do some actual, like, I have a product that I would like to test. It's out there. It is a product there's a product I want to test, and there's a product that I want to make ads for, which costs money. And I want to keep doing research on it because I think it can be a good winning product, but I need money for it. So I still want to keep doing research on that. I still want to do research on that product. I want to continue reading the 48 Laws of Power. I want to continue reading my Bible. I want to continue looking for work. That's the most important thing. I need to look for work. I'm poor. I'm broke. And that doesn't... I don't know, man. Like, I'm reading my Bible and I'm praying, so being broke isn't it's not that scary for some. Like, I know in the past I'd probably be freaking out and asking my parents for money, but right now, like, because I'm reading my Bible, because I'm praying, I'm not afraid of being broke. Because I know God's got me. I know I'm fine. I know He's going to provide what I need today. So I'm going to worry about what I need today. There's so many things in the future that I can worry about. But today, I'm good for today, and I'm probably good for tomorrow. So keeping on that, I don't feel too worried about. I don't feel too worried or too anxious about it. It's something that, to keep in mind of, but it's not something that I'm freaking out about. It's certainly something that I do want to work on, but it's not cause for anxiety because I know that I'm well taken care of. But anyway, I'm going to the gym. Ab and leg day. I will update you guys a little bit, but for now, check out this workout. What's up, everybody? We're back. It is 9:01 p.m. I don't want to get too late because I want to be able to get some sleep. But jeez, let's talk about what happened today. So, I finished going to the gym, came back, ate some food, and started to contemplate. Well, first I did some job searching, but then I started to contemplate testing one more time. And I do have the funds to be able to test one more time. But after that, I'm going to be out of money. So I was contemplating that. And honestly, given that I've worked really hard on researching the ads, researching the product, I it was starting to look like a possibility. It was starting to look like, okay, maybe this will work if I do this right. Now, I was contemplating that, and as I was contemplating that, I hit up my agent. And I said, like, hey, just want to follow up on the whole manager thing. He gave me a call. And as we were having a discussion, we were talking about the contract together. He thought, well, when we were reading through the contract, it was a little too vague. Because it seemed like the management company wasn't going to touch commercials, which would be great for my agent because personally, it's great for my agent because I really like my agent, and then I won't have to pay like 20% if they get involved with commercials. However, it was too vague for us to really confirm that was the case, and I'm not going to give out any kind of personal information. But we had a really great discussion about the contract, and so we're going to try and follow through with it. And I'm probably going to delete these vlogs, especially if my manager gets a hold of these, if I do take them on. But right now, I don't want them to touch commercials because I love what I have with my agent, that I don't want them to touch commercials because I'm getting good stuff from my agent, and my agent's extremely professional, and I love what he does, and he's really good at it. So I don't want my manager involved in that. I want my manager involved in everything else, like print. I want them involved in my theater career, film career, everything else. All of that stuff, I want them involved. I really want them involved, but just don't touch commercials. If that's something that and I sent them an email about it. I said, hey, I want some clarification about commercials because you guys know I have a commercial agent. I just want to know if you're going to touch commercials, because right now I like what I have with my agent. It's really great. It's a great arrangement. I'm getting good stuff. Is there a way to, what does the contract actually say about commercials? Are you getting involved in commercials? And I got an email back and said, yeah, we're getting involved in commercials, but we can try and we can negotiate that if that's something you don't want us to do. And I'm like, okay, yes, kind of, yeah, pretty much. I was like, yeah, I really like what I have with my agent right now. If you don't want to touch commercials with me, that would be fantastic. If you want to touch commercials with me, we might have a problem. I might have a problem signing that contract. So I just sent that email. We'll see what they get back to me with. If they say no, we're gonna get our hands involved in the commercial world. I'm probably gonna say no, because despite it being a good deal, especially based on the commission they're going to take, I like what I have with my agent too much to back off from this. I love that guy. He's great. He's fantastic, extremely professional, super good at what he does. He's all I need, honestly. He's all I need for commercials. However, having a manager would be really nice for the rest of my career. But if they say no, we're not going to negotiate that. If there's anyone we're going to touch commercials, I'm going to be like, well, look, I appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate all that stuff. But if you're going to touch commercials, and it's going to make things harder for not just me, but for my agents as well. So I personally, I want my team to like each other. So, I want my team to be, I want my team to work well together. But, you can't, I just don't want them to... I want my team to work well together. And I think commercial, and there's so many differences in the commercial world and the theatrical world that, and when it comes to a theatrical agent, I would want my manager and my agent to work together really well. That's what I want. But when it comes to the commercial world, it's a lot different. And I really have to have I guess, a manager that understands the commercial world. And honestly, things are going so well in the commercial world with me right now that I'm not exactly interested in having a manager involved in that. So if it's a good deal that I'm having right now in the commercial world, then I'd rather not have you touch that. Plus, I'm also gonna have to pay another 10%. When the whole point of me being in commercials is money. The whole point of me being in theatricals is the attention, you know, is the connections, is the, you know, the way to get to move up in that world is through who you know and making connections and all that stuff. But if I'm doing a commercial, I'm doing it because I want the money from it. And I like how much my agent takes right now. I don't want to have to do that. Like, I don't want to have to make another, I guess, I don't want to have to pay more for every commercial I do. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. So I hope that they're able to negotiate with that. I hope that they take it. I hope they say, all right, we're not going to touch commercials for me, or we're not going to get involved with any commercials that your agent sends you. That'll be fine. If they want to send me for commercials, they can. I'm okay with that. But I'm going to be prioritizing my agent's commercials, to be completely frank, to be completely honest. And I would rather have them just be in my theatrical life, in TV, in stage, in print, if they want me to do modeling. But yeah, when it comes to commercials, I would want to keep the arrangement I have currently with my agent. So, just a little bit of industry stuff for those of you who don't understand. I'm just talking about what happened today. So, moving on from that, I want to get into well, that was pretty much my whole day. Well, oh wait, no, I didn't. A little bit of business stuff. I shot the bullet. I shot my shot. I ended up making an advertisement. Or I ended up purchasing an advertisement. And I made it very specific. This might be the best advertising I've ever, asked for to be made. We'll see what I need to revise when the advertisement comes, but I'm going to shoot the bullet. I'm going to use the last of my funds to try out this business model once more. And we'll see how it goes, honestly. I'm going to shoot that bullet, and I'm going to, whether I succeed or fail, it's in God's hands. If I fail, it'll be good lessons to learn, and I'm going to be faithful through everything. And if it succeeds, it succeeds. I'm going to thank the Lord, of course, because it is only through Him. Truly, it is only through Him that I'm going to be able to, for that to be successful. And if it's not His will for me to be successful, it is what it is. I tried. Surely there's other ways of going about this. And I certainly don't want to give up. I don't want to give up, because I'm starting to get better and better and better at this. So I just don't give up. That's what people keep telling me. That's what people keep telling me, especially when it comes to the high risk stuff. Everybody quits too early before they start to see numbers. Same thing with the career. Same thing with my career. People give up way too early before they can reach their heights. And I guess I've always been like, I don't want to give up. I put so much into this. I'm not giving up. I'm going to get better at this constantly. And people, especially the people who've made it, every single time, I talk or I hear them through a podcast, they always say, yeah, I was super poor. I shot my shot, and I worked really hard, and everybody else around me that was doing the same thing gave up way too early. They gave up, they never got better, but I stuck with it even though I was in poverty, and now I'm a millionaire. And I'm like, well, that's the answer. The answer is work super hard, keep improving, keep doing what you're doing, don't give up. It's a process. It's hard. You're gonna lose money. You're gonna fail a lot of times, but if you don't give up, you'll make it. And so, for me, I mean, that's just all the millionaires out there were people that have gone through this kind of poverty. So, am I one of the few? I don't know. But am I going to give up before am I going to try and find out? Yes, I'm going to try and find out if I am one of the few. Because giving up, it doesn't feel acceptable to me. I don't want to give up doing this career. I don't want to give up doing this business. They're high risk, but I know that if I get good at it, then it will work out for me in the end. So people can say, oh, this is a bad idea, oh, you're gonna be poor, oh, this you're not gonna make it. I was like, I deal with that, and I'm prepared for that, because I know I've listened to a lot of people that had that said to them. And of course I'm going to work hard. Of course I'm going to find money where I can, but I'm probably going to throw it into this business, and I'm probably going to throw it at my career. So that's my life. And the reason why I don't panic is because I prepared for this. The reason why I don't feel too much anxiety about it is because I've prepared for this. Sure, I have a little bit, but when you're prepared for the worst, you don't panic when the worst comes. So that's how it's going. I've shot my shot. This is going to be This is going to be truly the last ads that I'm going to be able to run before I just can't do it anymore. So I am hoping and praying. I'm hoping and praying for sure. And if God blesses me, then praise the Lord. And if God does not bless me with it, then praise the Lord. That wasn't for me. So, come what may, God is good. So, let's go to, I don't have any questions for today, but let's get a NoFap for today. NoFap for today, it was easy. It was easy. When you have something to focus on, I think that, actually, no, I'm not going to give that advice. What I'm going to give advice, the advice I'm going to give right now is something that I learned by listening to the 48 Laws of Power. And the more I'm reading this book, well, I'm not reading it. The more I'm listening to this audiobook, the more terrifying this audiobook is becoming, because it's starting to open up a world of how the world has worked since the beginning of time. And it's terrifying. It's truly terrifying. There are people out there who know how to obtain power and how to maintain power. And it's terrifying the tactics that people use to get there. Now, there are some people that have used it for benevolent purposes, and I can think of only a few, but there are a lot of people who've used them for nefarious purposes. And it's terrifying. The more I listen to this book, the more terrifying it is that these strategies have been used by people in history to gain power. And they're still remembered to this day, but all of it feels kind of dirty. It feels kind of wrong. It feels kind of dark and evil. So what I got from one of the things that I got that I was like, oh, I can apply that to NoFap is, if you want to know if you want to maintain some power within yourself and to have that confidence, constantly see yourself through somebody else's eyes. And then start judging your actions through that lens. So when you put your, and always be thinking about that, like constantly. If somebody were in the room right now watching me and they were seeing me do what I do, would they think of me, would they have more respect for me or less respect for me? And so to have that constant mindset, well, if I have that mindset, obviously looking at pornography, obviously, doing the things that you shouldn't be doing, if somebody else is in the room watching you do that, they're going to have very little respect for you. And therefore you relinquish power. You've given your power to something else, something on the screen, something that you shouldn't be doing, that you shouldn't be doing, that's harmful for you. And so when you constantly think of yourself through the lens of somebody else, you start to change the way you act in order to maintain an aura of respect and an aura of power. And so it is a terrifying book. That is a terrifying book, but that was very good advice, is when you start to, see yourself through the lens of someone else constantly. That's the caveat, constantly. Because if you slip for a moment, you think you're alone, you're going to start doing things that you start to reach for pleasure. You start to reach for things that feel good. So, and to an extent, there is always someone watching, because I'm a Christian. God's always watching. He's always watching. He cannot be mocked. God, don't be fooled. God cannot be mocked. So, yeah, that's my advice for you guys. Just start thinking that somebody's watching your actions. So be careful how you act. That being said, I'm going to end it here because there's no comments. I'm going to ask, my question is going to be the question I asked yesterday. No, it's not, because I don't remember it. My question for today is, what are some of the things... Oh yeah, no, I do remember. What are the strategies that work the best for you in NoFap? I want to know. Leave it in the comments below. What are the strategies that work best for you in NoFap? And I believe my answer was quiet time in prayer and meditation, or fasting. That was my answer. So let me know what yours is. I would love to hear from you guys. If you have any questions for me, let me know too. Love getting questions from you guys. But yeah, I hope all of your NoFap journeys are going great. If you've relapsed, pick yourself up, bud. Pick yourself up. Shake it off. Pick yourself up. Try to get further than you did last time. But I'm going to end it here. Thank you all for watching. Stay strong. Stay focused. I'm with you guys. I know you guys are with me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.